You know, I wanted to be on Survivor for a number of reasons. One reason I wanted to be here was to win that $1 million so that I could replenish my retirement account. I'm almost 61. In fact, I'll be 61 here just real quick. And next year, I'm able to go on Social Security. So I was kind of looking forward to a little retirement income. But you know what? When one door shuts, another always opens. And I had such a grand experience here. I met some of the nicest people I've ever been around in my life. The contestants that I played with were super people, every single one of them. All the staff, all the people that worked on Survivor 5 were absolutely the greatest people I've ever known and ever been around. And I'm so excited to have had the opportunity to be on this show. Now I'll go back home to Texas, and I'll be back with my Jenny, and I'll be the happiest little guy in the world. I was happy before I came here, but let me tell you, I'm so much happier now. I had an experience that most people can only dream about, and I had that experience. I lived for 33 days in the jungles, in monsoons and rains. I slept soaking wet many a night. I ate stuff that I could never have eaten before. Snails and mussels and you name it. The worst possible food probably existed on a couple of 300 calories a day. Probably lost 30 or 40 pounds. But I want you to know, it was such an incredible experience. I'd do it all over again. But not until I've had a little bit of time to recoup. What an experience Survivor 5 is. I'd like to thank CBS and Mark Burnett and all his wonderful staff for doing such a great job and for giving me the opportunity at age 61 to have the greatest experience of my life. Being a part of Survivor is like a dream come true. Here I am out in the jungles of Thailand, been through everything that you can possibly go through, lost a lot of weight, eaten stuff that I've never been able to eat before, and had some of the greatest experiences with people that I've ever had in my entire life. Just unbelievable experiences. You know, I can tell you this, I've respected and loved everybody I've played with. I've loved everybody that's been on this show, that's had anything to do with this show. They've been so nice, so friendly. This has been like a great spiritual experience. Everything gets better as you go. And everything seems to get better every day. You know, there were a time or two there when I was wondering if I could even do it. But I knew I could do it. And then unless you've been here, you can't believe it. Unless you've done it, you can't understand how good it is. And that's what I now know why survivors from all the different Survivor Series shows are the only people who can sit down over a dinner table and talk about the experience they had and have it really mean something. Because it's almost indescribable. I've gone through a lot of stuff in my life. I've gone through a lot of deaths. I've gone through a lot of tragic deaths of people that I knew. I've gone through divorce. I've learned some stuff about myself here that I didn't know before. And it's mostly about tolerance of people that do things a little bit differently than I do. You know, we have a tendency in life to attract people that we like to be around. On Survivor, you're thrown in with people that you don't know and have no earthly idea what they're about. And some of the things they do may irritate you a little bit. But the tolerance, the patience, the understanding that you learn, and if you look past some of their idiosyncrasies that kind of make you irritated, then what you get is a special, special bond with those people. And I think that's what I did, is I looked past the things that I didn't like, and looked at the things that I did like. And I learned that about myself while I was here, how easy it is to love and like everybody if you just look for their good points. I've learned to appreciate everything. Let's talk about it one by one, if you like. A toothbrush, toothpaste, oh my gosh, a shower, being able to get up in the middle of the night and go get a glass of milk if you want it. Having that person next to you that you can love. Seeing your kids, seeing your grandkids. You know, I've got 7 grandkids, 2 more on the way. And I can't wait to see them. I can't wait to share some of the experiences I had with them. I'm not going to do it until after the show's over because I want them to see it show by show. I'm not going to give them any inkling of what's going on here. But then after it's over, we're going to all go camping together. It gives you more of a sense of oneness with everybody around you. And clean sheets, a bed, a car, being able to have any kind of food you want anytime you want it. Man, what an appreciation. What a world we live in where we have those. They're almost miracles to us now because we haven't had them. But you know what? I'm going to appreciate them so much more just getting back into the world again. It's going to be so special. I can't wait.